Hey Sam, welcome again. So Sam Perez, Director of Diversity Programs at Fidelity Investments. I welcome you, Sam. It's always such a pleasure to have you with us. I would, and as you know, we are in our 11th program, 11th year running, but I'm thrilled to share that we're here running our 14th program, which is super exciting, isn't it? 10 years, 11th year going in, it's incredible. So let's get started with this amazing event that we have. Can you talk a little bit about your background and your role at Fidelity?
Absolutely. Hi, Shafali. Long time no talk.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Samantha Perez. I go by Sam. I'm currently, like Shafali said, the Director of Diversity Programs here at Fidelity. I support the Resume program along with my colleague David Piotrowski, which provides a 26-week cohort experience to associates with a 2 or more year career break. Prior to Fidelity, I have a background in human resources consulting and fintech startups here in the New York and New Jersey area. I'm super excited to be with you all today.
This is amazing. And look at the chat going viral, right? We're having such an engagement. It's awesome. So thank you for sharing. Would you also like to tell us about Fidelity and its culture?
Absolutely. So at Fidelity, caring about the well-being of customers and associates is at our core. We are looking for people who want to help others live their best financial lives, are open to continual learning and development opportunities, and are willing to share their unique personal experiences and perspectives in order to help make Fidelity a better place to work and better for our customers. An example on how Fidelity embraces associates' unique personal experiences and perspectives is through the many employee-run networks that people bring together based on shared passions, backgrounds, and hopes for change. Our employee resource groups and special interest groups are a powerful form of engagement and development for our people and make a large contribution on the business, helping to ensure our products and services are delivered in a welcoming and equitable environment. Fidelity strives to create a diverse and inclusive environment where associates can bring their whole self to work. We believe there are transferable skills across a wide range of adjacent industries, including hospitality, customer service, and education.
I love that. And I can't stress this enough. All the cohort members we've had, all the associates really give a shout out to the engagement that is, within the teams and how they all intermingle amongst the team members. So definitely something that resonates with me as well. So, in terms of, as you know, people with career breaks are often overlooked in the job market, right? And this is why we are here, trying to bridge that gap between Fidelity and Reach Hire. So, what makes Fidelity unique or different in wanting to hire people with career breaks?
It's a great question. I've thought about this question a lot. Fidelity has offered the Resume program for 10 years now. 2024 will be our 11th year, which speaks to our commitment in offering this program to new talent coming to the organization. Every year, we are committed to strengthening the program offerings in partnership with Reach Hire to re-immerse our resumers back into the workforce. We believe that the education and experience a resumer had before their career break doesn't just go away, and the skills and tools learned during their intentional career break would only enhance their established skill set.
Love it. And here at Reach High, we often say that career break is not a career breaker.
Yeah.
So establishing that you're coming back not just because you were taking a break, but you've also on-ramped yourself and taken those courses. And we, both Reach High and Fidelity appreciate you and your break that you've had. So, what value do you think returners bring to the organization?
Fidelity will. Sorry, Shafali.
We're doing awesome, Sam. We're doing awesome. All right.
Fidelity believes a Resume associate brings just as much value to an organization as a candidate who has not had a career break. Like you say, a career break is not a career breaker. The tenacity and grit it takes to dive back into the workplace takes a lot of courage and bravery, and that's just the kind of candidate we want on the team.
Love it, love it. And I've seen that, all the resumers, I think I can say that safely, have always come back during the coaching session saying that there's never a difference between, someone coming from changing jobs to coming as a resumer from a career break. They're all treated equally at Fidelity. So that's a great call out. What is it like working with Fidelity Resume program. You and I have partnered for 2 programs now, and it's just been such a remarkable journey. So, what do you think of the Fidelity Resume program?
While our carefully crafted program provides our associates the tools needed to re-immerse into the workforce with monthly learning opportunities, it's really the talent our Resume associates bring to the table that takes this program to the next level. During my time managing the Resume program, I can tell you I have personally learned so much from the Resume associates. Their bravery, tenacity to diving into this opportunity, and above all, commitment to success in their roles is what I respect the most of this program. We have an alumni network of high-performing Resume associates here at Fidelity, and they wear their experience at Resume like a badge of honor.
Yep, that I agree with completely. And what benefits of partnering with an organization like Reach Hire is for this program?
Well, Reach Hire and Fidelity have had a long-standing partnership in the success of the Resume program. Reach Hire is, after all, why we are all here today. Reach Hire's pioneering and focusing on the return to work market is nothing short of admirable. It is because of Reach Hire's partnership and dedication that the Resume program has been a success story for so many years and many years to come.
And a huge shout out to Addie, right, for coming up with this idea of how do we help bridge the gap for the resumers to return back, and for Abby Johnson to get that idea and that ball rolling to see where we are and give them the space, the resumers the space. So the amazing program that we're leading year on year, and great thing is that this program now is twice in a year. Like earlier it used to be once in a year, but we've come double fold here. Our returners, so can you tell what returners can expect in this next program that's coming up in spring?
Absolutely, Shafali. It's a little bit of a long answer, so bear with me, okay? So Resume
I'm all ears.
is a 26-week program spanning technology, finance, and business support job functions designed to help you return to the work as seamlessly as possible through 3 components. One is a cohort-based model to learn alongside others in the program, and an onboarding that includes work readiness, fidelity acumen, transition strategy, and technical skills training. 2 is functional skills immersion sessions, monthly workshops, and ongoing one-on-one sessions to expand knowledge of your assigned business group, functional work, and relevant skills. And 3, mentorship and networking opportunities through things like the Women's Leadership Group, Working Parents and Caregivers Affinity Groups, and the Women in Technology Special Interest Group. What returners can expect is to gain specific skills and experiences by completing the assigned work, making a meaningful contribution to your team and the firm while learning by doing. They can also expect to engage in the latest training related to your functional area and receive ongoing professional coaching and mentorship support. And finally, they can expect to build a community within our Resume associates, getting immersed in Fidelity's culture and values and broadening their professional network.
So a lot of support there that they can expect starting from you. We have the re-immersion week, and then all the monthly workshops and the functional trainings and various support groups that are out there within Fidelity, that they're just, your reach to them just gives you that support system. Our returners were overwhelmed with gratitude for the opportunity, and I can't stress this enough. And how when we have our sessions with them, how grateful they are that they were given an opportunity to return to work. For many of them, returning work and starting their career at Fidelity is a life-changing experience. And I know that from my own experience because I'm a returner myself. What are your thoughts when you hear this feedback?
Shafali, you and I work together on a daily basis, and it's always humbling to hear returners being grateful for the opportunity. I mean, really, Fidelity is humbled to know you are considering the Resume program as the next chapter in your careers and your lives, really. Both David and I are excited to see what 2024 brings. On a more personal note, Fidelity is the best company I have ever worked for. Fidelity is my first job at a large corporate environment coming from the startup and consulting world. And while it is a massive organization, they really do go above and beyond to make you feel at home through their fully stocked kitchens, ongoing employee resource events, empowerment to engage and give feedback on various topics. I mean, it really is an amazing company to work for. And I wanted to call that out because career break or no career break, joining a new organization can feel intimidating at times. And, the Resume program is a great example on how we are like just standing here with open arms, ready to set you up for success. So I hope that answers your question. And I hope that brings to light how excited we are to really welcome our Resume class.
That's awesome. So any last words of wisdom or for those who are thinking about applying?
Oh, going off script here, Shefali.
Exactly what you just said, Sam. Just go on and apply. That's it. What are you waiting for?
Advice, I think my manager, Deandra Brown, she's a manager and mentor. And one of the things she's always said to the program, she's run this program for many years prior to me. She says that you're the CEO of your own brand, and rock that title with confidence and authenticity, because what makes you is what makes you special. And that's what, you need to lean into that power of your authenticity and what makes you different.
I love that. Yeah, it's just authenticity, right? That's incredible. I really, really appreciate, Sam, you being here and walking this journey and helping these folks who are on the fence sitting and still trying to figure out whether they're ready. And if they are, they know they can scroll down at the bottom of the screen and start to apply. But definitely there are a lot of points that I'm sure they're taking notes right now in what makes Fidelity unique and for them to be applying for the roles that are open out there. Welcome back.
I'm sorry. Did I hear fully stocked kitchens? That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your guys' time today. Thank you all for participating in this session. We are now all going to move on to the next session. If you go over on the side there, you'll see the next session available from 12:15 to 12:30. So I look forward to seeing you guys all there. Thank you so much, Sam, for participating today. And as always, Shefali, thank you so much for all of your wonderful questions. I'll see you guys over in the next session. Welcome, everybody. We are going to get started in a couple seconds here. We have a wonderful session. This session is open for business. We're going to go ahead and get started. So we have Abinaya here. She is a 2022 Fidelity Resume program participant, and she was just like all of you, where she participated in an event not too long ago. And today she's here to tell you her story and how Fidelity is there for us in the Fidelity Resume program. And Shefali, of course, as always, will sit here and have those wonderful conversations. So I'm going to let you guys do your thing, and I'll be back here at 12:30 to close us out.
Thank you. Thanks, Justin. See you in a few. Hey, Abinaya, so nice to see you again.
Hello, Shefali. How are you? So good to see you too.
Same here. It's been a minute since we last chatted. It's so good to see you. 2022 spring cohort, right? That's where the journey began. And I think Justin had mentioned earlier, and I think when we were talking earlier, you mentioned that this is one of the similar events that got you here, and we'll delve into that in a little bit. So I'm sure it's like reliving those moments and those emotions. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Just deja vu.
Deja vu, exactly. All right, so let's kick things off here. So can you tell everyone, our excited audience, a little bit about yourself and your background, a little bit about your job title, your work experience, and then, we'll move into the session.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, everyone. This is Abinaya. Thank you so much, Shefali, for having me here. And thanks to Reach Higher for having me here to talk about my very own journey. I'm super thrilled. Thank you so much. Just a little bit about me. I'm currently a systems analyst at Fidelity. I have a bachelor's degree, and I worked for about 3 years in the past as a software engineer back in India. Then I rejoined as a systems analyst after a career break of like a decade, 10 long years. So I just got back here. Just that is a little background about me.
Nice. That's amazing. So what motivated you to restart your career? And, tell us a little bit about your job search as well.
Sure. Interesting. Yeah. So I've always wanted to build my career, be in the workforce. But due to many reasons, I was not able to work. I had to take a break from work. But I always had a thought process of just like wanting to be in workforce, learning, experiencing things. As soon as I just like saw the chances of restarting my career, I started looking at the job market. And parallelly, I just like started enrolling myself in the courses that is like out there, like online Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, and like whatnot. Like I registered myself to just like bring me up to speed, and also I just like enrolled myself in a boot camp to just like learn the tech stack of what the current trend is. And like when I was doing all these, I also applied for multiple job openings that were out there. This was the toughest phase for me, and like I had to apply, go in, and face multiple job application rejections. And like when I got into interviews, it was just like whole another game where the focus was entirely on my break and like why and how and like all those questions revolved. So as you could just like imagine, it was just like really tough for me, but I had to keep doing what I did. So I just like kept going with that. And then like that is how I found ReachHire and Fidelity's resume program. And rest is history. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, I can completely relate to those rejections, right? And some of the audience must be also sailing in the same boat. So here we are, trying to bridge that gap. And as we talked a little bit briefly about how you came to know about ReachHire is through the event. So tell us a little bit about how did you how do you find ReachHire?
Yeah, as Justin mentioned, there was an event back in 2022. I just like found one of those events via LinkedIn, and then I just like registered myself with no idea what it's going to be, and like I had no clue of anything about the event. The event title was, if I remember right, it said something about reigniting your career. So I just like went in, and then I just like listened to the speakers, networked with all the recruiters out there, and then like that is how it all began. So my process with ReachHire, so it was all it dated back to that one event where I just like registered, and then I just like started from there. So to just like talk about the journey itself with ReachHire. So after the event, I where I networked with people like the recruiters mainly. I just like followed up with them, and like I just like followed up via email, and then like they just like got back to me, and then they set up some initial screening interviews. Trust me, that was pivotal, because with that screening interview, I just like came to know many other job openings, because I laid my eyes. I had like a narrow vision of just like having few roles that were open at that time. But recruiters at that time were awesome. ReachHire recruiters, they just like helped me. They just like sat down with me, and then like went over all the openings that were available at that time. So yeah, it all started from there. And then my interview with my hiring manager at Fidelity was scheduled. And yeah, the process was very straightforward, and it was really smooth.
So that was just that one leap of faith got you where you are, and you kind of manifested that because you continue to work on. And I can't stress this enough, how supportive our recruitment team is. All of them are just invested in that success. Like you said, they sat with you and tried to figure out, okay, if this is not the role, what is the role? And always establishing the fact that this person is coming from a career break. So really, it was a, good combination there. So appreciate you sharing that, Abhinaya.
Yeah, totally resonate everything that you said, Shefali. It was just whatever you said is like absolutely, yep.
Right. So as you know, ReachHire has a process in place to support returners throughout the Resume program journey, which includes our amazing Reimmersion Week on the kickoff of the program, a cohort model that allows you to go through the Resume program with other resumers, monthly professional development workshops, and also have program manager by your side every step of the way. So how do you think this helped you succeed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To me, the cohort model was a crux. The crux of the program was a cohort model, because when you re-enter along with a group of people who have a similar experience, varied background, and like have the same mindset, whom you could resonate with, what more you could ask for when you're just like starting a brand new journey. So cohort was just like they were all amazing. All the members in my cohort, they were all amazing. I mean, I think always when I think about my cohort, I just like resonate with the saying that goes, if you want to walk fast, walk alone, and if you want to walk far, walk together. So we were all together in that journey. So cohort was like amazing, really supportive. So we shared experiences. We just like pitched in whenever needed. So I think it was a tailor-made model for resumers, I would call it. So we had an exciting experience together. So that was amazing. And along with this cohort, we just like had monthly workshops that were planned by Reach Higher. And they were just like spaced perfectly, I would say. They were scheduled like monthly so that we were not bombarded with so many meetings, so many new learnings. It was all spaced perfectly so that we could just like concentrate on our roles and then learn there, and also along with that improve our skill sets. So on the whole, it was just like amazing, where we overcame our self-doubts and like we learned a lot together. So it was an amazing experience.
Yeah, the cohort model is our secret sauce, and we are really, really proud of that. That's amazing. I love the fact that, the way you're saying that it's a camaraderie and you walk. I could actually sense and feel that walking, proverbial walking together, holding hand and, being there for each other, reaching out to on Teams and connecting through Aurora and all of the good stuff. So thank you again for sharing that, Abhinaya.
Yeah.
So now, can you talk a bit about the support you received from Fidelity? You have your manager, the team that you're working with, and your mentor. So tell me a little bit about the supportive environment there.
Yeah, sure. So just like Rechire, Fidelity had its own plans. So they had planned workshops, they had mentors, they had just like a model in place for any resumer who is just like coming back on board after several years or maybe several months into the journey itself. So they had both technical, non-technical workshops throughout the program. So we had technical sponsors. There were multiple associates from different teams who came in. They just like shared their knowledge about not just like one team. They just like curated the plan so well. So we could just like be brought to speed, like to the organization's trends and like what across different views they do. So all these were just like fantastic. I have to take a moment here to just like fill myself with gratitude to all the associates who were there. They spent their time for us, and then they just like gave multiple sessions about different topics. So it was amazing. All those workshops were amazing. And speaking about my team, my manager, teammates, they were wonderful. They were all warm and welcoming. So they were all sensitized about my break. So they knew who I was, like my background. And then like I was returning after a break. So they were all just like aware of that situation. And I think that atmosphere boosted my confidence and then helped me thrive. So I had opportunities to pick mentors, as you said. Like I had a couple of mentors, my manager, and then like I had my Scrum Master as a mentor. And there's like I had to definitely mention about one of the little nuance, like where I was assigned a peer buddy. I think that is a model where you just like get yourself assigned a buddy. And it was back in 2022 where we all just like I mean, it was end of the pandemic era, right? So we were all asked to actually come back to work very few days in a month. And like just believe me, the campus was huge and I used to get lost usually. So the peer buddy who was assigned to me, who was the one designated for any questions, you could go to her and you could ask any question. So that was very convenient for me. So I just like bothered her with so many questions. So I think like, I mean, I just like wanted to call it out because these are the little nuances that they were all very well thought because when you're re-entering, there might be multiple challenges. So I think assigning a peer buddy, having a mentor. So I think they were all very well thought and a crafted program for anybody who is just re-entering the career.
I love it. I love it. And I'm sure she doesn't feel it a bother at all because eventually you were able to develop that meaningful relationship, right? Which has come a long way. You stay in touch. And I feel like there's another way of saying this, that there's one less stranger in the world and you have this friend in the world. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. So what have you discovered about yourself during the resume journey?
Yeah, that is a great one. Yeah. I would say I rediscovered my resilience because it was a journey in itself where I had to face multiple challenges, hurdles, And over the time, what I saw was I just kept showing up no matter what, even after all the hiccups. It was just not only me, it was my entire family, I would say, because all of us were in this together. And then we had to help each other as a family to embrace this new journey. Because after 10 long years, I was just, we had to set new routines, new systems in place. So it was just like my entire family as a whole, we rediscovered resilience together.
That's lovely, right? It takes a village, doesn't it?
And definitely family is that village, I would say.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And then you created another beautiful family here at Fidelity. And of
Absolutely.
course, that cohort is your family. So that family keeps growing. Awesome. Love
True
it.
that. True that. Yep.
So, love, last but not the least, for someone who is considering out of the audience that we have here, resuming their career and is watching right now, any last words of advice?
I know it might be really tough for somebody, just like how my experiences were. So just keep doing what you're doing and keep on going. Just as they say, keep calm and carry on, because what you seek is seeking you. So yeah, best wishes to everybody out there.
I got chills when you said that, Abhinaya. Thank you so much for being authentic, bringing vulnerability to the session, and just giving that piece of advice that continue on looking for the right thing will come your way. So appreciate your time, Abhinaya.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shefali, and it was wonderful talking to you. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
Abhinaya, thank you so much again on behalf of Reach Higher. It's absolutely wonderful to hear your experiences. And Shefali, as always, what a wonderful job kind of showing like what this Resume program is all about. So I really appreciate you guys and all of you guys for asking all the wonderful questions in chat. I just want to let you all know our QA has been blowing up today. Our team is going after all of these answers as fast as we possibly can. But after this interview, I'm going to be sending after this event today, I'm going to be sending a full recording as well as my contact information. If you have any questions, we could definitely filter it. If we just do happen not to get one, to get to them today. So don't stress, your questions will be answered. We'll do our best to get to them today. If not, we'll give you an avenue to ask all the wonderful questions after this event in our follow-up emails and communications. So now we're going to be headed to our last event where our Director of Talent Acquisition is going to discuss all of the great opportunities we have along with Shefali. And then don't forget, you will see me at the end of that event to remind you guys of that wonderful networking portion, as well as the Expo booth. The Expo booth has amazing videos in there, has an awesome way of being able to apply directly, as well as speak to a Reach Higher team member now in case you have any questions about any applications or anything that you'd like to do to move forward. So I'll see you guys all at the end of the next session. You'll see Shefali very shortly. See you guys all there. Thanks again.
Bye, Abhinaya. Thanks again. Bye, Justin. See you in the other room. So thanks, Sarah, for being here. We had such an amazing session with Sam and Abhinaya, and they, Sam shared about what the experience is with Fidelity as a Resume program, and Abhinaya shared her great experience. Mm-hmm. Seems like I hadn't seen her in years about the wonderful experience she has had. So for the audience who is now just dying to know more about the roles and how they can apply, would you like to tell us about your role here at Reach Higher?
Sure. Yeah. So I am Reach Hire's Director of Talent Acquisition, and I've been here for about 5 years now, with Fidelity being the very first program that I worked on when I started. So my team and I have been recruiting for these professionals for Fidelity for about, myself, 5 years. So pretty well versed in terms of, what profiles they look for, what open roles they have, the locations they're hiring in. So happy to be here and share more about the process and just kind of, profiles and everything else that you might have questions about.
Love that. And I'm sure they're just, they're like, Shefali, just leave the riffraff and let's get to the basics. But
right.
We have a strong relationship with Fidelity and going strong at 11 years now, running our 14th program. And our new program, which is the spring program, starting on May 6th. And then we have the fall program starting on August 5th. So there's a lot that's happening. So would you like to now share about the roles that we have in the current program? We're recruiting actively for the program that's kicking off on May 6th and the locations.
Yes. So we have about 25 roles that we're actively recruiting on. about 20-ish of which are remaining. We have filled a few at this point, but still have a good deal left to fill with great returning professionals. And they do cover the gamut in terms of different focus areas that Fidelity usually, has us hiring in, of which the kind of buckets or categories are software engineering, business analysis, systems analysis, data analytics. There are a few project and program manager roles, one of which is more focused in the HR benefits management space, and then a few roles that are more kind of financially focused, right? So more of the risk audit, accounting, and financial analysis based roles. We do, at this point, I would say, have more of a focus given the number of roles they're looking to fill. The largest areas are in software engineering as well as business analysis. Both of those roles areas have 7 to 8 roles that they're looking to hire for the program. So when you think about that, that's a little more than half of the roles out of the 25 are focused in business analysis and more technical software development. But there are a smattering of other roles in those categories I mentioned earlier as well. And the locations, just to touch upon those, managers often will give us a few location choices. And there might be a financial analyst, but they could hire them on their team in, let's say, Boston, Merrimack, New Hampshire, or Westlake, Texas, which is just outside of Dallas. That will allow our team to recruit a talented professional from any of those locations for that one role opening. So most of the managers have more than one location choice that they're comfortable with hiring in, but the locations across the program that we focus in hiring are Boston, Massachusetts, Merrimack, New Hampshire, Smithfield, Rhode Island, Westlake, Texas, and Raleigh, North Carolina. So depending on the role and area that you're looking to come back in, there may be a role for you, but I will also add that, beyond this program, we recruit effectively for 6 months straight for Fidelity. So as Shefali mentioned, 2 programs this year that, once this program begins, we're moving right into recruiting for the program that starts in the fall. So there's really no gap in time. If you end up being a runner-up candidate not selected for this program, we can certainly re-engage with you and consider you for the next go-around, which would just be a few months later that you'd be starting.
I love that. That's exciting. So if you have not still applied and you're still thinking about it, getting the resume ready, it's not like you've missed the boat.
Not too late.
Yeah,
right.
And we'll reach out. So segueing amazingly to telling the audience about what the recruitment process would look like, what to expect once they have applied for the role.
Yes, I know there's been a lot of questions about that in the chat and like, how do I get in? What's the process? So this is the part you probably care about the most, although the testimonials are also great, right? So, we have, and if you scroll down, there's a link there where the roles are listed, and there you can find all of the open roles we're actively recruiting on. If you do see a location listed, that, strong preference is given to those candidates that are based locally to those locations, as Fidelity does work in a hybrid structure where currently, they require 1 full week a month for you to be in the office, called their Connect Week. So, there is preference given, of course, to those candidates that are already there in that location and can easily get to the office during those Connect Weeks. But then there is flexibility for you to work hybrid the rest of your month, on these roles. So, that being said, there is still an interview and selection process and application that needs to be started. We can't guarantee everyone gets a spot, obviously, with the 25 openings. So, once you apply, you click on the roles, you decide which one sounds like closest to fit to you. They are generally looking for, I would say, 4 to 5+ years of prior experience in a similar type of role. So it's not really as open to those that are looking to pivot fully into a new career path. These are considered mid to senior level roles that Fidelity would typically hire for versus entry level. And, you apply to the role, and then my team receives all of those inbound applications. So as you can guess, there's a great amount of interest in the program. So we do usually take a couple of days once your application comes in to review your candidacy against other candidates that have also applied. And then we'll reach out to you from there to set up an initial interview. Member of my team will spend typically about 40 minutes with you over, usually we like to use Zoom. So it's a video interview where we will learn more about you, your unique story, certainly your hard skills that you would be bringing to the table and that past experience, but also what transferable skills maybe you might have and what you've been doing during your break. It really creates a full profile of a well-rounded individual that we want to then be able to present in the best light to the hiring managers. So we do want to spend significant time with you and also make you feel comfortable about the process, right? Like we're here to be a sounding board, career guide, right? Like we want to help you with navigating things like what upskilling resources can I be looking at? We're here to help with those questions as well and be in your corner. And then my team will, from there, submit your resume if we feel like there is a good match to that hiring manager at Fidelity. And we will automatically move you right into a next stage interview. That's the best thing about the interview process with Fidelity. Some of our other clients, we have to share your resume and they decide, do I interview them or not? With Fidelity, because of our strong partnership, anyone that we do put forward generally is moving to that next hiring manager stage. So then you get an opportunity to spend time with the hiring manager, typically about 45 to 60 minutes with them. And that's the final round. So it's a very quick, easy process, probably can be done inside of 2 weeks once you've met with our team, and they make a fairly quick hiring decision. Once they've met with, on average, I'd say 2 to 3 people for their opening, they're deciding who amongst this group feels like the best fit that I think will add a lot of value to our team.
I love that. And I don't know if you heard Abhinaya talk about the support that our recruitment team provides. She was giving a huge shout out to the recruitment team, saying that it's not just getting the resume and funneling through it and saying yay or nay, but the guidance and support that you provide is second to none, and helping you navigate to return back to the workforce. What would be the right way? That coaching is so important. So again, I can't stress this enough, how amazing you are and your team is, and it's
Thank you.
a pleasure working with you. It's like I can go on and on.
Likewise. Thank you. And always good to hear from people like Abhinaya. I think I might have placed her myself, actually. So I remember her very well, and glad to see her success.
Yeah, absolutely. So any other words of wisdom before we wrap up this session for those who are on the fence thinking of applying?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think especially with professionals that are in technical roles, I know there's a lot of that kind of doubt creeping in of if you've been out of the workforce for a year or 2, 3 years, more than that, right? Like you're thinking, my gosh, I've already missed so much. What if I've been out for 10 years? The world has changed. Everything has changed in that past 10 years. And how can I possibly get that chance? I will say, we've placed professionals that have had as little as a 2-year break up through a 20-year break. And I've seen people get back and be successful across the years I've been doing this now. So it's always okay to take a chance and believe in yourself. And I think that, our team is here. Although we can't guarantee you'll land that first time that you apply. And I know we're all eager to get you back. We are here to be in your corner until we get you there, right? So I think that's the biggest key, is really to just try again. Some people land on the first try, and some people I work with for, it might be a year, trying a few different client programs until they finally land somewhere. But that's, we're here in your corner until that identified opportunity comes forward, whether it's something we find for you or you find on your own. And the other piece with technical roles too is that, you're already probably doing a lot of the work, upskilling and preparing, getting certifications, whatever you might think is vital to your preparation and return. Managers love that. I will say we encourage you to add that to your resume so that we can show them, they've already been putting the effort in. They recognize this is a learning journey for them, and they're so eager that they're already taking it upon themselves to brush up on those skills. If you can highlight that in your interview, that's also just so important to show that drive that you possess. We know you do, but I think putting it on the resume also is just so important for them to see that, this person's really dedicated to this return.
I love that. And, great points that you share here, Sarah. The fact that, managers are ready and you are ready because you've shown that you've upskilled, you've continued to grow your trajectory of learning. I think Abhinaya also had mentioned a few, places you can get your training up to speed to at least technology-wise, since there is so much change that happens in the 2 or the 20 years that you've been out of the workforce. A lot has changed. So the one thing that I definitely want to again reiterate what you said was the fact that if you don't get in the first time, it doesn't mean that ReachHire is not going to try for you. So it's amazing how the resume is with us, and will help you get that role where you will land a role when the time is right. So continue to apply and just be positive. I love what you shared, Sarah. So thank you so much for bringing that out as well.
Yeah, and I would just quickly add, the last thing I would say is just, when you read a job description, we know that generally you're looking at all of the skills listed and saying, my gosh, I have 8 out of 10 of those things. I'm not quite positive I can apply anyway, because many times these managers, I will work with them to say, this person might not have exactly everything, but they've got enough to get started, and the other pieces can be closed up, over the course of that 6 months. And that manager often is very receptive to that. So, if you only have 1 out of the 10 skills, it might be a little bit of a harder sell, but I think that if you're close, definitely go for it. And we can talk through what areas you're lighter in and how that might affect your candidacy, if at all. We know what are truly the must-haves and then the nice-to-haves that the managers are looking for. So often it's more flexible than one might think.
Great advice. Great advice. So go ahead, click on that apply button and apply, even if it doesn't match 100%, because they're not looking for 100%.
And just so you all know, if you scroll down right now, you'll see clickable links. It says Fidelity Resume Program. You can click there. It'll take you right to our landing page for all of our wonderful opportunities. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the guidance and how to apply and what to expect. Shefali, what a wonderful event. Thank you so much for your help today. Everybody for participating, thank you so much. I want to let you all know that everyone will receive an email within a day or so with some of the resources. The recording won't be fully ready yet, but you will be receiving a recording shortly after. We'll have all of our links, as well as any Q&A we did not get to. Feel free to respond back to my follow-up email, and I'd be happy to direct you to the right person to answer the question, or answer the question myself. I want to remind you all, there is networking. It's open right now. You'll see it I believe on the left-hand side, you'll see networking button open. You can click there, but I'd like you all to visit our expo booth first. In there, you have another link to apply, as well as the ability to talk to one of our team members in recruitment, and be able to see some of the videos of our previous returners. It's a great opportunity to get a good feel of the program. This concludes our sessions for the day. Again, I want to thank you all. Look out for my follow-up email, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in the next event. See you guys soon.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, Sarah.